Hi everyone, this is Pierrick from P2 Design. In this video we are going to animate the torso of our character. I will show you a way to create this bouncy animation with a super easy and neat trick. Let's get started. With our foot animation done, it will be kinda easier to animate the rest of our character. We will first work on the body motion. So we will select the control torso and we will directly deactivate the scaling and rotation curves. The idea will be to first work on the up and down motion of the character based on the foot position. So we will directly work with the curves. We first need to select everything, press T and switch to Bezier. So I will unhide everything, press A to select everything, T, select Bezier, so that we are no longer in constant mode. Now I will drastically zoom into the curve editor because the value on the left we are going from 0 to 100, and since our character is very small, we need to work on very small value. I will isolate the Z curve and now we can start working on the position of our character. 1 or 2 keyframes after the contact pose, our character will be absorbing his weight after the first step. So this is the moment where the curve will be in the lower value. Since our character is doing a step with the left leg and then the right leg in the 24 frame cycle, it means that he will do the up and down motion twice. So we can duplicate frame 0 on frame 12 and frame 2 on frame 14. Note that I've slightly raised my character on frame 6. So I will duplicate this keyframe onto frame 18. I'm just adding 12 frames to the current frame. Now I will select every keyframe and press the dot on the keyboard so that I can frame all the curve, and now I need to align the first keyframe with the very last. So I'm slightly rotating it so that it does follow and correspond to the frame 12. And now I have this slight up and down motion while my character is walking. So the key thing here was to slightly offset the down position by 2 frames compared to the contact pose, so that we do have this weight sensation whenever the character is hitting the ground. Then by keeping the curve almost flat while our character is on his highest position and getting down very fast, give this snappy effect to our animation, which I do like here. Now we will work on the x-axis curve, meaning that we will be working on the left and right motion. Whenever you're putting your foot on the ground, your body will lean slightly onto this foot while it's pushing in the opposite direction. Since our contact pose is on frame 0, I've offsetted my maximum value on the right on frame 5 or frame 4. And what I can do now is duplicate this frame, move it on frame 17 and mirror it, meaning that its value will go in the negative way. So I will select the current keyframe, press Shift D and move it on frame 17. Then I will press N to open the N panel or click on the little arrow in the corner, and I will check the value of the key. It's currently 5 mm, but if I now set it to -5 mm, my character will be leaning on the other side. Now I just need to align frame 24 and frame 0 and we are done. To do so I will roughly align them by hand, then I will duplicate frame 0 on frame 24 and I will move both of them on the y-axis and try to align the vector with the curve. Then it's very important to watch again the animation and maybe modify the keyframe if it doesn't look right. Also, it's important to see your character animation on different angles. That's why on the top right corner I have a perspective view of my character. Now I will be working on the Y location. I will deal with the Y location movement a bit as we do with the Z location movement, meaning that we will have 2 cycles on 24 frames. And this is going to be just a slight movement forward whenever he's going to put his foot on the ground. Honestly, we don't really need to work on that curve, we can keep it flat because the movement we will input here will be really subtle. So it does improve a bit the animation, but this is very subtle, so if you feel lazy or uncomfortable with this one, just go forward. So once I'm happy with this very subtle forward and backward animation, I will just make sure that I align my curve working on the first and the last frame. And then I will show you a very nice trick to get the squash and stretch effect on the body with very little effort. I won't be working on the rotation of the body because when we will be working on the control stretch bone, it will also rotate the character. What I want to do with the control stretch bone is input a bit of follow-through animation, meaning that it will be slightly delayed compared to the torso controller. Instead of animating this bone by hand, what we will do is that we will copy the keyframe from the control body bone and we will paste them onto the control stretch, and then we will slightly offset them in time. With the control torso selected, I've selected all the keyframe and press Ctrl C. Now I will go onto the control stretch bone and I will press Ctrl V. Since the control stretch bone is the child of the control body bone, adding motion to it will already add a bit of squash and stretch effect. Now what we want to do is to offset his motion, so I will duplicate all the keyframe and move them on the left by -24 frame. Now I will select everything and offset them by 1 frame on the right. So we have delayed the movement of the control stretch by 1 frame. And now you can see that our character looks super bouncy for free. We have just copy and pasted what we have animated before and by a little trick offsetted it. Now if we want to amplify or reduce the motion of the squash and stretch, we can select the Z curve and scale it on its y-axis. The more we will scale it, the bigger will be the movement. It's just a matter of taste, but we never have enough of squash and stretch for sure. Now we just need to make sure that our animation is looping, so we will add a keyframe on frame 0, set those keys to 3 so that they are no longer influenced by the previous or the further keyframe, and duplicate them on frame 24. Now we can get rid of previous and prior keyframes. Awesome tip, isn't it? Very easy and super result. Please don't forget to support me by liking this video and sharing it wherever you want. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. And in the next video we'll be working on the swing of the arms. Goodbye!